Everybody, welcome to another video, and it's been a very long time since I've done a video on Manchester United, and today's video is focused on Manchester United because they're making a very exciting addition, or they could be, judging off of reports. But before I begin, if you are a United fan, please hit the subscribe, hit the like as well, be greatly appreciated. I'm going to be covering you guys this season and what you do, but let's just get straight into it, and we're going to look at it. And it says Benjamin Sesko is open to joining Manchester United despite the absence of European football. The club has informed potential signings that players must be sold before any arrivals can be made, and of course that was always going to be the case. But my word, Benjamin Sesko is one of my favourite centre forwards. If you do follow me on Twitter, bottom left you can see it, TM Talksport. I have been constantly going on about Benjamin Sesko coming to Arsenal over Victor Gyökeres because I genuinely believe this guy is going to be one of the best centre forwards in the world in a couple of years, if nurtured correctly, and we'll talk about that nurturing a bit later on. But the fact he's open to go to Manchester United shows again that pull that Manchester United have. Not winning the Europa League, it doesn't matter. They've still been able to take Mbeumo, Cunha, potentially Sesko as well. Three very good attackers to be able to put into their side, and not many teams in Europe could do that thing of Manchester United whereby you have a poor season and you're still able to attract the players that United have attracted. And yes, people may say they spend a lot of money, but you know, even people that want to earn a lot of money, there's got to still be some sporting pool, and United certainly have that sporting pool in terms of players wanting to join them. And of course, Benjamin Sesko, you want to know about him really, don't you? And here's a massive thread I did a long time ago when Arsenal were linked. And I think it's very relevant now, even if it isn't going to come to Arsenal, which is a shame. And one of my favourite things about Benjamin Sesko, and you can see those clips, I hope I'm not going to be copyrighted, is his capacity to finish in various different ways. This guy can score multiple types of goals, and certainly Manchester United need a centre forward who can score a variety of goals. You know, it's all well and good scoring the same total goals, running in behind, maybe a long shot here and there, but Benjamin Sesko has a capacity scorer, world-class header, left-footed, right-footed, running behind, hold the ball up, spin away. Benjamin Sesko's capacity and finishing bag is very, very good for a centre forward, and he's still so young. You know, that's what gets me. This guy's frame is ridiculous for someone so young, and he's already scored over 100 goals in his professional career, and he's only 21 or 23. I always get it wrong with Benjamin Sesko, but my word, whatever age he actually is unreal to get those numbers. And it's not even just that. His movement as well is very impressive. His ability to sort of peel away from defenders, this baiting style. United definitely need a centre forward who can create opportunities through their movement. Højlund's movement is quite poor. I think that's more due to the fact that United haven't nurtured him well. But Sesko's movement is phenomenal in knowing when to move away from the defenders. Obviously, repeat movements is something you want to be seeing from a centre forward. Sesko has that. His ability to sort of just zing, zing. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really important for a centre forward to be able to move a defender about in the box, especially against those low blocks, mid blocks, against those teams that sit back. Can you, as a centre forward, find space on your own? And Benjamin Sesko certainly can. And one thing about Sesko is he's an incredible athlete. He genuinely is. His ability to generate shots, his athleticism, how he moves his body, it's so good. And here's a graph that I've sort of been looking at for quite a while. Not this one, here it is, in terms of final third difference makers. And you can see Sesko in the bottom right. He's highly efficient, so he doesn't need to take that many shots, that many touches before he gets a shot off. That's the thing with Højlund. He can take too many touches before he gets a shot off at goal. But Benjamin Sesko, it's really good from him. You know, he doesn't need to take that many touches before releasing a sort of shot on goal. And in the Premier League, with the aggressive centre-halves and how much limited space you have, you need that. So Manchester United will certainly welcome that part of Benjamin Sesko's game. They genuinely will. And, you know, I've always said Benjamin Sesko's most sort of underrated quality is his ability to drive and eat up grass. And, you know, I don't want to get copyrighted, but it's so good that somebody like Benjamin Sesko can pick up the ball from a deeper area and run. That is key in those transitional games away from home. When you need someone to keep the ball, Sesko can do it. He just has such a great bag of fundamentals for a centre forward, man. I really wish he was at Arsenal Football Club, but my word, the traits he has, it's so good. You know, you can't look at this guy and think this is another Højlund, because he's just better than Højlund. He's just simply better than Højlund. So you can't just say we're going to get another Højlund. He's more developed. He's better with his back to goal play. He's better with his ball striking. He's better controlled in the box as well. He is just better, and his carrying with the ball is very underrated. I encourage you to come and see this thread if you haven't on Twitter, TM Talksport. Give me a follow. It will be well worth your time. And one thing about Sesko is his incredible leap again. That athleticism, ability to get up, head. You know, those sort of things is what separates you between being a sort of low level centre forward and a top level centre forward. Here it is. You know what I mean? That's him jumping to the levels of Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, and I'm not saying he's on the level of Ronaldo, but that athleticism, that freak nature to get up that high and use your body in that way, it genuinely is impressive. I'm sorry to say, you know, this guy is not just another Rasmus Højlund by no stretch of the imagination. This guy's bag, in terms of what he has, is very, very good. Another thing about Sesko, I think, is his first touch. One of those things whereby he can take the ball under his spell really nicely when he's not under contact. When there's contact on him, he's not best with his first touch, but give him space to receive and take it down. The guy's really, really good. I mean, look at this frame and this image here. You know, it just almost looks photoshopped. It genuinely looked photoshopped. But I can tell you, this is real photo from a real game of Benjamin Sesko's athleticism and his leap and his first touch. Was able to take that ball down. You know, not many. I mean, this kid is just really, really good. And one thing about it is Sesko is an unreal penalty taker. I know that you guys have Bruno Fernandes, who is your penalty taker. But look, there's certain games where you're going to need someone to take a penalty. And Sesko scored every single penalty he's had in his career. Every single one. That's how you know he's a good ball striker. You can trust him under pressure. You can trust him in high press, in high sort of stake situations. And United need somebody to have that mentality to want to be the winner, to want to take these penalties, to want to show people. And Benjamin Sesko, without a shadow of a doubt, has that thing in him where he wants to be the guy. And of course, we've got a couple of his negatives here. His shot selection can be poor. He loves to shoot. Sometimes you think, okay, pass it here, Sesko, but he'll take a shot, which isn't great, to be honest. There's also, you know, his 1v1 ability. Again, it's just the consistency. As he gets older, he'll naturally get better in these 1v1 situations. As he's put in more 1v1 situations, he'll naturally get better. But he does genuinely need to improve on his 1v1s. It's a part of his game where, yeah, you can say, okay, Benjamin, be more of a deadly guy there. Be more of venomous in there. Stop being cute and kind and use that powerful ball striking for sure, you know. And of course, in contact, I said it before, in his back, he needs to be nurtured. He needs to learn. And that's why probably Manchester United might not be the right step, but you're gambling on someone that is more than likely to sort of succeed in life. As a striker for United, because he just has all the tools, you know. He just needs to learn to use his arms as a centre forward, use his body well, but he has all the sort of tools and the fundamentals to be a top player. It genuinely is. And of course, he could do too many flicks and all of this stuff. But again, something that can be ironed out. But anyway, you know, let me know your thoughts on Benjamin Sesko. I think he'd be phenomenal with Cunha and Mbuema. That'd be a lethal front three. But that's it for now, and until next time, peace.